Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your October 2015 love spread. It is Rena here. And I think your love life might be a bit dramatic right now. Remember that this is a general love reading, and also it is really geared towards people who are not experiencing smooth sailing because even if you are not embroiled in a relationship right now, you may have had a series of unsatisfying relationships and you never seem to quite meet the right person. So that is also where I'm getting at with who I'm targeting here. Otherwise, I don't think you would even bother to listen to a love reading because you would just be taking life as it comes. So you might be more motivated because you're like, I want to stop these patterns in my life where I'm just always attracting these people and they have different names, but they're the same person. How does that happen? And I do offer personal love readings that take into account your astrological data, and it's more tailored to you personally. And it's a tarot spread as well. And currently they are $19 and it's a 20-minute audio sent to your inbox. So click on the link below for that if you're interested. Otherwise, the first card I picked is for your current state of mind regarding your relationship or your prospects for a relationship. It's the Five of Wands. And I have my moon in Virgo, but I can tell you right now that I would never subject myself to that sort of situation because I find it to be very degrading. And I'm always baffled why people feel the need to compete with another person for somebody's affections. I really think that that is not where it's at. But some of you may feel that need. And Virgo can be somewhat of a doormat, unfortunately, like your sister sign Pisces. For Virgo, it's more that you're coming from a position of service and you tend to be rather egoless. And there's a wonderful quality in all of that until you become that doormat. And then it gets really sad. So it's okay to be, I hate to use the word submissive, but that's okay. If that's how you're wired, then so be it. But it's not okay to allow yourself to be humiliated. And if you find yourself trying to compete with another person for this so called prize, I would just like say, you can have him or you can have her. I'm out of here. But for some of you, this may be that you are in a contentious relationship. And as a Virgo, it might be on the mental level, being ruled by Mercury. You might be, you know, uh, part of the Bickersons, where you're in a marriage with somebody and you're just always arguing, you're always debating. And that's not really a nice place to be either. So, whatever it is, there's a lack of harmony happening in this situation. If you're trying to be more assertive on the romance front, that would be a good thing, I suppose. The message from the universe is the Eight of Swords, which is another card indicating a lot of turmoil. And in this case, the message is that the turmoil is self created, that any kind of bind that you find yourself, that any kind of prison that you find yourself in is of your own making. And I particularly associate this with a bad relationship, someone who feels trapped in a marriage that is loveless or is contentious, inharmonious, but feels like I have to be there. I have to think of the children, or I don't have the money to live on my own. That sort of emotional state of kind of total disempowerment. And so, because it's the message from the universe, it's telling you that it is all in your head, that your thoughts of being trapped are just your thoughts and that you can change them. And if you're single, you might be having self limiting thoughts of feeling like it will never change. And that too is something that you need to take the initiative in changing. And I always like cringe a little bit when someone says, you need to do this and you need to do that, because they never tell you how to do it. And so I'm going to be one of those people, and I'm going to make myself cringe, because the only thing I can tell you is that what I would do is look at it from a spiritual perspective and maybe either meditate. Meditation is always good for anything, whether it be a physical situation or an emotional state. But also, in addition to that, you might do something related to energy work that kind of dissolves these blockages in the various chakras. And so, if you have this, I associate the Eight of Swords with the a blockage in the third chakra. The third chakra is associated with the will and a sense of empowerment. And a blockage there means that somebody doesn't feel like they have the ability to direct the course of their own life. So you can get massage and Reiki and dissolve these blockages with that sort of thing. And the advice card for you is the Ten of Pentacles, which is really interesting because the suit of Pentacles is related to earth signs. And this is a card of just utterly enjoying the earthly pleasures. And Virgo can be quite self-denying on this front. You are very Spartan and a Puritan. You're kind of a Puritan in this regard. So maybe you have been denying yourself various things, and this card is saying that in order for you to attract good into your life in the form of a healthy relationship, that you need to pamper yourself. Maybe you have been restricting your ability to enjoy what you have. And this is a time that you really need to indulge a little. And when you do so, you're honoring yourself. And when you honor yourself, you attract good to you in the form of a healthy relationship. And interestingly, the action step to take is the Queen of Pentacles. So, in addition to giving you the advice to enjoy material pleasures, the Queen of Pentacles is all about enjoying your home and making your home into this comfortable nest and spending time with your family and enjoying your family life. I think that some of you may be working very hard, not only because that's common for you to do, but the sun in October will be in your second house for the first few weeks, and there will also be other planets that enter Libra. The second house of earned income means that you might be really busy with making money. And this card is saying that you need to take time out to enjoy your home and enjoy your family life and take it easy. And the outcome card is the Four of Cups, and I just got this outcome for Leo. And the way I interpret this is that for some people, they're not ready to go into a new relationship. But there are relationships out there if you find yourself ready eventually when you heal, because cups relates to emotions, the water signs, and for some of you there might be an actual water sign person who comes into your life that, or is in your life at the moment, that maybe you aren't really thinking of romantically, and you're not really ready for this relationship, but maybe in the future you will be. But this is a card that's associated with dissatisfaction, of kind of being in the state of like satiation with the material world and looking for something more. And if that's the case, then maybe this is a time for you to just go inward rather than dating and doing that sort of thing. I wanted to say that Saturn has recently gone back into Sagittarius, and this is affecting your fourth house, and it will for the next 2.5 years. And so, with Saturn in the fourth house, and of course, it's in Sagittarius, it's forming a square with either your sun or ascendant. So, it's kind of a tense angle. And Saturn in the fourth can mean that you are going to be facing some sort of additional responsibilities related to your parents. Maybe they are elderly and you need to take care of them. Or it could even be in your current family situation. Maybe there is a child that is in need of special attention. And this could put a strain on your marriage. And this might be why you feel a sense of restriction at this time, because Saturn is bearing down on the home life and it's causing tension. So this too shall pass. And the Four of Cups, it's funny, four is the fourth house of home and family, might be saying that you need to take care of other things right now and that you don't have time to be worrying about a relationship. And even if you're single and you don't have a family, you still might have to deal with something of your family of origin. And that's just how it is and will eventually dissipate. But it seems that some of you may not want to be dating right now. Some of you will, and you'll just have to realize that you're being a little bit ungrateful, maybe. Watch this tendency to not see the blessings that you have. And maybe you're too picky, which is a common tendency of Virgo, to be perfectionistic and, looking for the perfect partner. And right in front of you, you have this option, or maybe more than one option, but for some reason you've decided it's not good enough. So watch for that tendency. But it's an interesting group of cards in any case. And if you want something more personal that might shed additional light, just click on the link below. I wish you all the best in October, Virgo. Bye.